Yes, let us continue that one. Graph of the function x equal to 1, it will be minus 1 somewhere here. X equal to t, it is 0. So, this is the graph of the function. And x equal to 0. Graph of the function, just imagine the graph of the function is like this. Now, in order to verify whether the function is continuous in the entire interval, entire real number set, what we have to do is consider how many intervals? Minus infinity to 1 and 1 to infinity, enough. 2 intervals. Let C belongs to minus infinity 1 such that minus infinity less than C less than 1. Any real number in the first interval. Left hand side, x tending to C minus infinity up to 1 means this entire. You can take any value here, but not 1. Less than 1, you can take any point as C. Approaching that C from the negative side, left hand side. Approach that particular C in this interval from the negative side. So the equation is x plus 2. For all x less than, it is x plus 2. Or you get C plus 2. Approach the same C from the positive side now. However, the particular C is less than 1, no doubt. Less than 1. Therefore, x tending to C plus also you have to use the same equation. And f of C is, once again go back to the same equation, C plus 2. All are equal since limit x tending to C minus f of x, limit x tending to C plus f of x, f of C. F is continuous at x equal to C. Also, it is continuous. Therefore, it is continuous in minus infinity 1. It is continuous in that particular interval. Since C is an arbitrary point in the interval minus infinity up to 1, since it is continuous at that particular point, it is continuous in the entire interval minus infinity 1. Okay, next, another interval 1 infinity, let me take that one. Let C belongs to, let C belongs to the interval 1 infinity now, such that 1 less than C less than infinity. Limit x tending to C minus f of x. Remember, now you have to take the equation C greater than 1, this portion. C is already greater than 1 now. You are approaching that C from the negative side means equation will be the same. X minus 2. For all x greater than 1, this equation you have to see. It is C minus 2. Limit x tending to C plus f of x. Limit x tending to C plus f of x, once again x minus 2. And it is C minus 2. Finally, f of C, C minus 2. Since limit x tending to C minus f of x, limit x tending to C plus f of x, f of C, f is continuous at x equal to c. Therefore, f is continuous in the entire interval 1 infinity. Since it is continuous in the entire, at the point c, in minus infinity 1, it is continuous everywhere in that interval. Here also, if the function is continuous at x equal to c, it is continuous everywhere because c is the arbitrary point in that interval, any point. Now, last part is whether it is continuous at x equal to 1. It is important because you can observe the break in the particular place. Even though it is defined in x equal to 1, break will be there. It is not continuous. Anyway, how to prove that? At x equal to 1 now, limit x tending to 1 minus f of x. Limit x tending to 1 minus, for all x less than 1, equation is x plus 2. Equation is x plus 2. Or it is 1 plus 2, 3. Limit x tending to 1 plus f of x. X tending to 1 plus, positive side, equation is x minus 2. Or 1 minus 2 minus 1. Enough. These two are not equal. Since, conclusion, let me raise the graph. Since limit x tending to 1 minus f of x is not equal to limit x tending to 1 plus f of x, f is discontinuous at x equal to 1. So, f is continuous everywhere in R except at x equal to 1. Still, therefore, x equal to 1 is the point of discontinuity. Everything I have written here. Write the things correctly, step by step, in order to show the function is continuous or discontinuous. These are the things you have to do there. Actually, the given interval contains 2 more sub-intervals, you see, minus infinity up to 1 and 1 to infinity. So, verify whether the function is continuous in the both the intervals. Finally, find the continuity of the function at the end point of the first interval, initial point of the second interval. If it is continuous at x equal to 1 also, then we could have written it is continuous everywhere in R. Yes, next one. Discuss the continuity of the function f of x equal to x plus 2 for all x less than 0, minus x plus 2 for all x greater than 0 in the domain of f. verify whether the given function is continuous in the domain of the function, not in the entire real number system. Note the problem correctly. Wherever it is defined in that particular set, whether it is continuous, that's all. Domain of the function. Why it is so? Just you can observe that for x equal to 0, it is not at all defined. Function is not defined. At x equal to 0, function is not defined. Anyway, domain of the function. Now, let me take 2 more intervals. Before that, better to draw the graph of the function, no? In order to make the idea clear, let us draw the rough sketch. X less than 0, negative, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2, 0, it starts from 2, but it must not be included. 1, it is 3, less than, minus 1, 1, okay, it is a straight line. 0, 2, minus 1, 1, straight line. But you must not include x equal to 0, dotted line. For x greater than 0, once again 2, for 1, it is 1. Okay, it is once again for 2, 0. Yes, graph of the function is ready. You can observe that the function is a discontinuous at x equal to 0. But remember, let us verify whether it is continuous or that 0 is not included. So you need not bother about x equal to 0 here. If it is included, then you must see whether it is continuous at x equal to 0. But in the domain itself, 0 is not included. Anyway, how to prove this? Consider 2 more intervals. Consider intervals. Which are they? From where to where? Minus infinity to 0 and 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. Let C belongs to the first interval, any real number, such that minus infinity less than C less than 0. Limit x tending to C minus f of x equal to limit x tending to C minus negative side for the value less than 0, x plus 2. C plus 2. Right hand side limit also same. C plus f of x. Limit x tending to C plus x plus 2, C plus 2. Value of the function C plus 2. Since all are equal, x tending to C minus f of x, limit x tending to C plus f of x and f of C. All the 3 quantities are equal. F is continuous at x equal to C, also in minus infinity 0. Let me write it together. Since it is continuous at x equal to C, it is continuous in the entire interval. Let me take another one. Limit or interval, let C belongs to the next interval 0 infinity, such that 0 less than C less than infinity. Limit x tending to C minus f of x. Limit x tending to C minus. Now C is a positive greater than 0. Equation will be minus x plus 2 minus C plus 2. Limit x tending to c plus f of x, limit x tending to c plus minus x plus 2 minus c plus 2. F of c equal to minus c plus 2. Since limit x tending to c minus f of x, limit x tending to c plus f of x equal to f of c, f is continuous at x equal to c, so is in the interval 0 infinity. Now, is it necessary to show that whether it is continuous at x equal to 0? Actually, in the domain it is not included. Anyway, let me show that one also. Limit extending to 0 minus f of x. Limit extending to 0 minus negative side, equation will be x plus 2, x plus 2, 0 plus 2, 2. Limit x tending to 0 plus f of x, limit x tending to 0 plus minus x plus 2, but it is once again 2 only. Left hand side limit, left hand side, right hand side limits are same. But what about f of 0? It is not defined. See in the equation, go back to the definition of the function, f of 0 not defined. Therefore, f is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Have you got the idea clearly? Whether the idea is clear? Even though these two are equal, left hand side, right hand side, value of the function at x equal to 0 is not defined. See there. See the definition of the function. Therefore, in order to say that the function is continuous, all the three quantities must be equal. So, f of 0 not defined, so it is discontinuous. But it is no matter, they are not given that. In the domain 0 is not at all there. They have not included 0 in the domain. Therefore, I can say like this. Therefore, f is continuous in, not in the entire real number system because 0 is there, in the domain of the function. Enough. Domain of the function, make the idea clear. Function f. In the domain of the function there is no 0. If 0 is not there, the given function is continuous, no doubt. Only if you take x equal to 0, problem comes here, see. This part actually not at all necessary. It is written here only to make you to understand it's better. What about at x equal to 0? It is actually discontinuous, not continuous. Anyway, because the function at x equal to 0 is not defined. But the question is whether it is continuous in the given domain. Yes, no doubt, it is continuous. F is continuous in the entire domain of the function. Right? Next, one more example. Write the notes clearly, correctly. Discuss the continuity of the function. Discuss the continuity of the function. F of x equal to, discuss the continuity of the function f of x equal to x for all x greater or equal to 0, x square for all x less than 0, everywhere in real number system. Shall we draw the graph of the function? Yes. Draw the graph of the function. For all x greater or equal to 0, it is x, means it is a straight line. For all x greater or equal to 0, it is x. And for x less than 0, for negative x, it is x square. Remember, it is a parabola. So it is 1, anyway, minus 1. Now, discuss the continuity of the function. This one everywhere in R. Let us take two intervals here also. Consider two intervals first. Consider two intervals. Which are they? One is a minus infinity up to 0, this one, and 0 to infinity. Let C belongs to the first interval. Which one we shall take? This one. Minus infinity 0. Let us take the interval minus infinity 0 such that minus infinity less than C less than 0. Limit of that x tending to C minus f of x equal to limit x tending to C minus f of x for x less than 0 is x square or it is C square. Limit x tending to C plus f of x, limit x tending to C plus same equation C square. And next, f of C equal to C square. All the three are equal since limit x tending to C minus f of x, limit x tending to C plus f of x equal to f of C. F is continuous at x equal to C also in the interval minus infinity 0. Let C belongs to 0 infinity. Next, positive part. C belongs to 0 infinity such that 0 less than C less than infinity. Limit x tending to C minus f of x, limit x tending to C minus, now it is a positive part, x, C. Limit x tending to C plus f of x, limit x tending to C plus x, C. F of C equal to again C. Since limit x tending to C minus f of x, limit x tending to C plus f of x equal to f of C, f is continuous at x equal to c, so is in the interval 0 infinity. Finally, everywhere in R, remember, everywhere in R means even in 0 also it should be continuous. So let me see. At x equal to 0, limit x tending to 0 minus f of x. Limit x tending to 0 minus, you are approaching 0 from the negative side, means x square, 0 square, 0. Again approach the same 0 from the positive side. Limit x tending to 0 plus positive side means greater or equal to 0, it is x. So it is 0. Find out f of 0. Okay. F of 0 for all x greater or equal to 0, it is x. Since all the three quantities are equal, let me erase this one. Since limit extending to 0 minus f of x, limit extending to 0 plus f of x equal to f of 0, f is continuous at x equal to 0. That means it is continuous everywhere. In the entire real number system, it is continuous. So let me write that. Final conclusion is, therefore, f is continuous everywhere in real number system R. Next part is, let us continue the next part in the next session. Okay, thank you.